Before we get started with the video, I wanted to let you guys know that we finally have new dates for the 2024 Taste of Calabria tour. It's a 5-day tour where you can visit some of our favorite places in Calabria, taste some of our favorite food in Calabria, and in short, see what makes it such an amazing region. If you join, we look forward to meeting up with you in Dasa, Eva's hometown, where we'll all cook and feast together at the Locanda, our restaurant there. So if you're interested in traveling to Calabria this September, then visit the link down in the description below where you can find all the information about the trip. We hope to see you there. Back to the video. What do you think was the first time I had Calabrian peppers?
The first time that you came to Calabria, pero.
Yeah, but what was the first thing I ate? Probably Nduja.
No, my dad soppressata.
In any case, ever since I first went and visited Eva in Calabria, I felt absolutely head over heels in love with Calabrian chili peppers. Over the past few years, Calabrian peppers, at least in America and I think elsewhere, have kind of experienced a boom. People are starting to learn about them and really like them. And so you're starting to see a whole bunch of different Calabrian pepper products on the market. But a lot of people ask us about them, so we thought we would buy pretty much as many as we could find and try them and see how they are, because if there's one thing we've learned, just because something says it's Calabrian does not mean that's the case.
I hope that today you're ready to eat a lot of spicy peppers.
Yeah, I didn't really think of that. I have to eat a lot of spicy food today, don't I? So this kind of first category we have here is just plain old chili pepper powder. Powdered Calabrian chili pepper.
As we say in the South, pipistricato.
Pipistricato?
Stricato.
Stricato? Pipistricato. This is the only case today where we actually only have one example of this because weirdly, it's very hard to find just powdered Calabrian chili pepper.
Here.
Yes, here. I know in Calabria it's easy, but here. And this is really the only one that we've found. It's Tutto Calabria. And out of everything that we have today to try, this one, as you'll see, it's already open. This is the only one that I actually already buy.
I'm very familiar with this kind of pipistricato because actually it's the pepper, the spicy pepper that every Calabrian family has at home. We use this pretty much as cheese. Which means that we put this on top of everything that you want to be a little bit spicier.
But usually like already cooked food, you tend to cook with the whole peppers.
No, you don't use this to cook. Then it also there, it depends. If you like, you want to, I don't know, make what you call a rub.
A rub, yeah, sure.
It's like you use it before and then you cook.
Sure.
But most of the time you use this pasta, for example, pasta e fagioli, macaroni suriaga. You sprinkle this.
Or a plate of beans.
A plate of beans,
really good.
Some stale bread with some olive oil and spicy pepper on top.
Now, we only have one example of this, obviously, so it's not like we can really compare it to anything else, at least that we have available to us. But it is worth noting, if you have multiple options where you live, that even in Calabria, there is a big quality difference between different powdered peppers. For instance, Eva's dad, he has a guy, he has a source. I don't know who this source is, he won't tell me, it's a secret, but he gets the best powdered peperoncino from him, and sometimes I'll be tempted to go to a store and buy some, and he's like, no. And sure enough, the stuff that he gets is really high level stuff. Well, we don't have anything to compare it to, but might as well try some. Nothing like eating powdered chili pepper by the spoon.
Buon appetito.
Buon appetito.
Is Calabrian chili pepper.
It is. It has that distinct Calabrian pepper taste, which is hard to describe. How do you describe what a jalapeno tastes like to someone who's never had a jalapeno?
It tastes like a jalapeno.
But it has a very unique taste to it.
I can see the difference between this and my dad's one, but it's also real that I'm used to really the top quality of spicy pepper. Like I could say that, by the way, it's a good powder pepper. One thing that we need to say about this, there is salt inside.
Yeah, they add salt into this, which to me is so weird and baffling. It's like when you have a spice, you want just the spice itself. Like you salt the food and spice it separately. I don't understand why they do that. And it's frustrating because if you are using this to season your food, you do have to be aware that you're not just adding pepper, you're adding salt.
Harper, it's pretty easy to understand why they do this. Because the pepper, the powdered pepper, it has a cost also in Calabria. It's not the cheapest thing that you can have. When you mix the pepper with the salt, you have more quantity and you can make more money.
Ooh, I may be in trouble today. I'm already a little... You have no trouble at all, do you?
And Harper, this is for me from a scale from 1 to 10, this for me is like 2.
So the second category is one that is similar to, I guess, the next 3, but slightly different. These are Calabrian chilies that are kind of mashed up into a pulp. Crushed. That's a much more appetizing description. And then stored in oil. This one is from Cento. It says extra hot, Calabrese Peperoncino, gluten-free. And then what's this one? Oh, this one I see a lot in the stores. Divina chopped Calabrian peppers.
For both of them, I need to point out the fact that here they say Calabrese Peperoncino, Calabrian chili pepper, but actually you don't know where they are from because there is not any mention on any place in Calabria.
Yeah, it just says product. This one says product of Italy. What does that one say?
So from what we can know,
product of Italy.
Maybe they do this in Val d'Aosta.
How would you use these? Because actually, I have very rarely seen crushed peppers under oil in Calabria. I tend to see other forms more often.
How you use this? You can use this on a pizza, for example. You can put this also on the pasta. If you don't have a fresh pepper, for example, to make aglio, olio, peperoncino, I don't know, you fry 2 eggs, you want to put them on top, some spicy pepper on top. Also there, you have some stale bread, you dip in water, take a spoon of this, put on. Tomato salad.
Oh my gosh, Ava. You're just listing every food.
And you ask me how to use, I'm giving you
Of course, the Calabrians, like, we use it on everything.
You can't tell me that this is spices.
I was gonna say it has some kick to it.
0. 0.
I can tell that it's a Calabrian pepper and that it tastes more like that than it doesn't taste like a different kind of pepper, but there's not much flavor to it.
0.
It's kind of just heat.
But no, 0, because it doesn't taste spicy to me at all.
Okay, to you it doesn't even taste spicy. To me, I get the slightest hint of that kind of Calabrian taste, but otherwise it just tastes sort of spicy. All right, let's try the Cento.
So they claim that this is extra spicy.
Extra hot. That's less spicy than that.
This is like that. I don't feel any spice to them.
Well, maybe I'm the better judge as someone who's clearly more sensitive. This, the Divina, is definitely more spicy than this. Which actually, to me at least, has a pro in that I feel like I sort of taste the flavor of these a little bit more because it's a little bit less spicy to me, but similar. Yep. Today's gonna be fun.
Do you want some milk, Harper?
I would go with the Cento personally. What do you think if you had to pick one?
None of them. I'm so sorry, none of them, because none of them resemble to me the Calabrian spicy pepper. To me, they are completely 0.
So I'm working my way up from the smallest pepper particles to the largest here. This is sort of similar in maybe a confusing way, at least to me, but what we have next are sliced Calabrian chili peppers. So instead of just being a pulp, it's like kind of chunks of chopped peppers in oil.
Also here, for this one, for Loro del Sud, they don't say where this pepper is from.
Well, guess what? Because this one comes from Via Conti Ruffo 17 Catanzaro.
So
from Calabria. This is Delizia di Calabria.
At least we know that this is from Calabria. This there is written product of Italy, which means that from Lampedusa to Milan, they can do this wherever they want.
All right, well, I kind of want to save the probably actual Calabrian one. So you want to try, this is L'Oro del Sud, the gold of the South.
So let's try this Oro del Sud.
Buon appetito.
Appetito.
What on earth? What? It tastes like banana peppers or something.
It has a very bad taste.
That's awful. That's really, it's like just totally bland. This one truly has no spice to it whatsoever.
See, also the quality of pepper.
But
right?
not even the hint of any taste of Calabrian pepper. It just tastes like bland, mild, no good.
No, I'm
No.
so sorry, but Oro del Sud, no.
That is not the gold of the South.
Let's see here Delizia di Calabria, that at least they come from Catanzaro.
These look better already. That just looks like what they're supposed to look like. They're deep red, they're thicker. These were kind of very
See, they're very
soft and
thin.
papery.
It's like-
These look somewhat substantial.
What they do in Catanzaro.
Why are you saying it like that?
Because you should know that all Italy makes jokes of us in Calabria because we speak with a very strong
Oh.
accent. So usually you don't say, we say Catanzaro, but the other people in Italy, they think that we say Catanzaro.
Buon appetito.
As a pepper by itself, it's a good pepper. It tastes like Calabrian pepper,
The flavor is the best we've had so far.
but isn't spice at all.
Not at all.
It's like a zero spice.
Although, however, it's worth pointing out, Calabrian peppers actually vary a lot in their spice level.
Yes, it's like we don't have just the very, very spicy pepper. You can go from middle or
Yeah.
zero to absolutely spicy pepper.
They all
So-
have they all have the same flavor, but different levels of spiciness. And the tricky thing is that you can't tell by looking at the pepper because they look exactly the same. So you actually have to know the person who gives it to you and ask them like, what level of heat is this? Or you just have to try them. But the flavor's good.
No, the flavor here is good. It tastes like Calabrian pepper.
Yeah.
They are not spicy at all. So maybe this kind of pepper are okay for people who want to experience the taste of a Calabrian pepper, but without dying.
Not bad. Good. Smoky.
Tanzaro.
Okay, our next category of peppers are whole chili peppers. So now I've got the whole darn pepper, and I have two here, Delallo and Toscanini.
Let's see where they are from.
This one says product of Calabria.
This, no, this is just written grown and packed in Italy, but again, Italy. From Lampedusa to Val d'Aosta, it's all Italy.
Now, I actually have a legitimate question about these whole peppers preserved in oil. Your dad makes these. He has a big jar of them. But actually, I don't think I've ever seen him eat them. I eat them. I put them on like sandwiches and stuff. He gives them to me and I eat them. But I don't think I've ever seen him eat them. What does he do with them? What do you do with them?
Maybe you never pay attention, or worse, you eat all of them so you didn't have anyone left
Also
over.
possible.
Now, if you're a strong person, you're not weak, you take and you eat. Then also here, you can also slice them and spice up your pasta, your pizza, your bread, your frittata, whatever you
So like you would do with a fresh pepper.
Absolutely, yes. You can, okay, in this case, I wouldn't, because for example, here there is already written sunflower oil.
This one is olive oil.
Okay, so if you are 100% sure that it's olive oil, for example, you can use also the olive oil to season. Because then
yeah.
the olive oil is spicy because the pepper, they release the spiciness
Yeah.
if they are spice.
In the spirit of just eating these, let's start with the Delallo.
So what you do, Harper? You take one and you eat it. Not the green part.
Thank you,
I
Ava.
don't know. It's better.
What would I do without you? Buon appetito. Does it have a weird aftertaste?
It's bitter.
Yeah, on very first bite, I thought, oh, not bad.
Me too.
And then it
And more you chew it, more bitter it is, in a strange way.
Very weird.
But they are a little bit spicier than all the rest.
They're very bitter. They have a weird aftertaste, so not great. Let's see if Toscanini is a little bit better. Whoa, these are huge.
These are big peppers. Now, usually what I'm used to, think that we call piparella, which means small peppers. So,
Like more like that size,
more
right?
than like that
Yeah.
size, or maybe the round one. These, they start to be a little bit too bigger.
You're gonna eat yours with a fork?
I see, because how can you eat all this?
I'm just going for it. Buon
Un
appetito.
appetito.
Huh.
My opinion, as a pepper by itself, it doesn't taste bad.
No, that's what I was gonna say. It's a good pepper, but
It's a good pepper, but it tastes Calabrian? No. Is it spices? No. But as a product by itself,
yeah, those are really good.
it's a good product.
I don't know what kind of peppers they are, but I will totally eat these. They're really good.
It's like they are good.
Might have another one.
Very flavorful.
Sorry.
Salute.
Yeah, they're not spicy at all.
Zero.
Okay.
Maybe this guy needs a break.
No, let's keep going. Actually, I'm naturally going to get a break because the final category of Calabrian peppers we have here, we can't really just taste directly. We have whole dried Calabrian peppers, and in a very similar vein, we have, dried crushed pepper flakes, but these are all ones that you would cook with.
Absolutely. Or you cook with them, or actually you need to season the oil. You need to leave them under oil for a long time. So it's not that you can take one and eat like that.
Which means that it's probably worth cooking something.
Because today we are taking a very scientific approach, I'm going to cook the same pasta but with 3 different peppers. Now here there is the tricky part, Harper, because I have 3 pen, but actually I have 2 hands, which means that one is for you.
Okay, 3 plates of Aglio, Olio, Peperoncino. Do you want to start with, what is this one? This is the Tutto Calabria. So just like that powder, except this is the
So it should
crushed
be
version.
from Contrada, Mandarano, Marcellinara, Catanzaro. So this actually, it seems that is made in Calabria. So buon appetito!
Buon appetito. I think we should try all 3 and reserve judgment till the end. So this one is dried Calabrian peppers from Alma Gourmet.
Do they say where they make it?
Product of Italy. Okay.
Last but not least,
Oh, this is also Tutto Calabria. So this is Tutto Calabria, but just the whole dried chili pepper.
let me see where they make Catanzaro.
What do you think?
Okay, I start with this.
Okay.
Maybe they make this pepper in Catanzaro, but maybe they didn't choose the best Calabrian peppers. The taste of the peppers, they are a little bit spice, a little bit. But the flavor of those peppers is not my favorite. This, it's a very good pepper. Spice, a little bit, which means from 1 to 10, we are around 3.5, maybe 4. It has a very good flavor. So I don't know where they make this, but actually this is a very good product. That the taste, the flavor of the peppers is good, but it's not spicy at all. So if I should choose one that tastes more Calabrian for the flavor and the spiciness, I would go for this one.
These two were very similar to me. There wasn't a huge difference. There was a big difference between the crushed peppers and the whole peppers. You noticed this while cooking it. You used a lot more of this just to compensate for the fact that there's actually very few seeds in here. It's mostly just the shell of the pepper, and a lot of the spiciness and flavor comes from the seeds. Whereas the peppers, as soon as you broke them open, it just like dumps seeds everywhere. So yeah, not bad, this Alma Gourmet. Well, if you've never had Calabrian peppers before, we've encouraged you to go try them because they are really good, and there are some good options out there. And if you're a Calabrian pepper pro, then we hope that you enjoyed seeing some new options that you maybe never thought about getting. Before we go, a quick shout out to Alex, a young pasta grammarian who's here busy making ravioli.
Bravissimo, Alex! And let's be honest, the apron looks very good on you.
Alex actually came and visited us at the Locanda in Eva's hometown of Dasa, so we're glad to see you in the kitchen cooking. If you want to become a pasta grammarian, just hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Follow us on social media at Pasta Grammar, and we'll see you next time. Ciao! It's been a long time since I've just had a good old plate of aglio, olio,
Aglio, olio,
peperoncino.
peperoncino, vero, Harper? Because aglio, olio, peperoncino is always aglio, olio, peperoncino. It's the midnight
Midnight snack.
national snack in Italy.